Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces from my brain, and today sit a while for we are playing some more franchise Hockey Manager 6 as part of the Ottawa Senators in 1996. So before we get into anything here, I'd like to apologize ahead of time. Beyond the regular noises of me hydrating, you might be hearing a little bit of drilling in the back. In the back end, that would be my neighbor that's fixing his fence. So I apologize for that. It's not constant. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but I'm pretty sure my microphone is going to be picking that up. So please disregard that. If I see that it really gets really bad, I'll see if I can do something, but it's really not too bad. But you might notice it, so I just wanted to say something. So what we have on the screen here is the team that I have settled on for this campaign. We can see there's still a few holes on the team. I'm not liking that left wing spot too much. Maybe not all that strong down at center. Past Yashin, it's a little bit of slim pickings. Jamie Baker has kind of slowed down a little bit. So I'm going to keep this for now. Now keep in mind we're October 1st. There might be some waivers to pick up that might be interesting. So we're definitely going to be taking a look at that. Now, when there's been an update for the game, and a tiny little detail, but I really like it, and I wanted to point it out. If you look, like next to Jamie Baker, you're gonna see that it says A1. Obviously not the steak sauce, but for assistant 1, and then Yashin assistant 2. It used to be just an A next to it, so when you were trying to change who were your assistants, you kind of had to guess which one it was, so it's just a very minor thing. I really like it. I think it was overdue, so I just wanted to point that out. Might also see that I've put Radek Bonk on the trading block. That doesn't mean I absolutely want to get rid of him, but he's a decent young player that I have, and I'm just trying to gauge interest. And then if there's something I really cannot pass on, obviously I might pull the trigger. But that's not because I absolutely want to get rid of him or anything like that. I thought that he did all right in 1995-96. As you can see there, he had 11 points in 25 games. I mean, he's 20, so that's decent. So it's no means me trying to get rid of him, but I kind of have to try to improve the team a little bit, and I might have to do trades like that. A little bit like when I traded Pavel Dimitra. I mean, I like Dimitra as a player, but I mean, it gave us Zardy Zalapsky, which has been having a pretty decent few seasons with us. So that's pretty much what the team is going to look like, unless I pick up some wonderful waivers. Ron Extall is starting to show his age. He's down to 2 stars now. And I have Damian Rhodes in the minors. So if he continues to go down like that, I might actually try to trade him or do something. I still have 2 years on his contract, so we might have to see what happens with him. Also, last year he kind of lost his starter job, so yeah, we're gonna have to monitor his situation and see what happens there. Alright, so we are going to open the season on the road in Montreal. So we're gonna go ahead and start simming, see where we're going with that. Alright, so that's all the waivers. We're gonna go ahead and take a look. Oh, Peltonen is not a bad player, and he can play left wing. I like that. Yeah, Damon Rhodes is ours. Oh, he used to play for us, Tormanen. I think I'm going to try to claim Peltonen, and he's pretty much the only one I care about, unless there's a few great potential players. Sergei Berezin, maybe. John Slaney. Alright, I'm trying to claim Peltonen for sure. And what the heck? I'm gonna try to get Berezin as well. All right. I mean, they're waivers. That's what it's for. So let's see if I get them. That might change the face of the team quite a bit. All right. Let's see what we have here. So we did pick up Berezin. And we did pick up Ville Peltonen. So I am not going to complain about that. Alright, so those are the players that are trying to get used to the team. So season preview, they are saying that cup favorites appear to be Detroit, led by winger Sergei Fedorov, because in my universe Fedorov played mostly the wing. Brian Murray is at the head of that team. Pierre Paget's Colorado Avalanche, and the New York Rangers with Brian Leach. So no mention of the New Jersey Devils. That's interesting. I mean, they just won the Stanley Cup pretty easily, actually. That's interesting. Boston is a dark horse. Okay. Scoring race between Mario Lemieux, Teemu Selanne, and Jaromir Jagr. That's the first time since we started this playthrough that Wayne Gretzky is not named as a candidate for the scoring race. That's interesting. Now let's see. Defenseman Brian Leach, Chris Chelios, and Ray Bourque. And for goaltenders, we're going to be looking at Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur, and Ed Belfour. So none of our players are showing up in here. Eventually that might happen. Alright, so Ville Peltonen needs a number. And the number he wants is 3, so that's perfect. There you go, you can have it. You're not going to be upset over a number. Alright, so I have to scratch 2 people since I got those 2. Let's see. Zvart Vadet is going to be one of them for sure. So who else am I sending down? Oh, decisions. So... Huh. I have a pretty young team. Alright, I hate to do this, but I'm going to send down Radek Bank. He can go and work on his game a little bit more in the minors. He's pretty much the youngest forward I have. So I guess it sucks to be Radek Bank right now. I picked up a few different guys on waivers, and now he's lost his job. Nothing's for granted. He only had a short stint. He did alright, or I'm sure we're going to see him again. He's probably going to be my first call-up if there's an injury or something like that. Alright, so Rob DiMaio donates time and money to cancer research. So Rob DiMaio is a better person. Alright, so the season has started. The red light stays on for Dale Hawerchuk, who had 3 goals and 2 assists. He participated to all the goals of his team against Edmonton in a 5-2 win. Oh, I guess that's the year that Buffalo changed their logo to that Buffalo Ed type of thing. Not my favorite, but definitely not as worse as Captain Eyeliner from the Islanders for sure. But I really like the vintage blue circle with the sabers and the buffalo in it logo type of thing that they went back to lately here. But I mean, that wasn't too terrible. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 21 game with an assist. Pretty good little streak, and that was a 9-game assist streak for him. And at the same time, in the same game, Luc Robitaille's assist streak ended at 9 games. Alright, bunch of scouting reports. Let's make sure that, yep. Alright, season starts. We're playing in Montreal. Pretty excited. Now remember, the goal for this season is to make the playoffs. I want to make the playoffs. I picked up a few guys on waivers that's going to be a little bit better for our left side. We're still not, juggernaut or anything like that, but I think that the team is starting to shape up pretty good. So let's see. They're going to play Berezin at center. That's fine. Peltonen, Yakmanev. Alright. I can't complain too much for those lines. Maybe I would like Yakmanev on the second line instead of Lonnie Loach. But I guess the coach might be a little bit more familiar with Lonnie Loach. He's been on the team for so long. So not overly worried about the line composition right now. It looks okay for me. Alright, Ron Extall in net. So we're going with back with Ron. And of course, they have Patrick Roy in net. Let's go ahead and play the Montreal Canadiens. We did play them in preseason, so I didn't look at them, at their roster. And we lost 4-3. Alright, so we start the season with a loss. That's okay, we'll win several, I'm sure. Alright, oh god. Not a super offensive game here. Montreal outshot us 28-18. Pascal Réaume for Montreal had an assist. He was a first star. Roman Amerlik for us was the second star with a goal. And Darcy Tucker, third star with an assist. Darcy Tucker that Montreal probably should never have traded. Not that he was a superstar, but he was kind of that gritty, borderline power forward that Montreal never really could get back. They got rid of him and John Leclerc, and it feels like Montreal has been lacking grit ever since, and we're talking about the 90s. So alright, so who scored for us? So we have Amerlik, assisted by Hull and Kelly Johansson, Mike Seninger from Daniel Alfredson, and then Daigle on the power play from Yashin and Lonnie Loach. So nobody got more than 1 point in that game. Alright, Vyacheslav Kozlov extends his point streak to 18 games with an assist against the Devils. That's pretty good. Tony Herkus is not suspended. Ooh, Mario Lemieux is injured against Tampa Bay. And he's going to miss 6 weeks. God, I hope we play Pittsburgh soon. Yeah, I'm not a hockey player, so I don't have that mentality of, oh, you always want to play against the best players on the other team. Oh, no, I'm playing video games, so if Lemieux's not there, that gives me a better chance to win against Pittsburgh. Alright, so Pat Falloon extends his goal streak to 9 games, and that's pretty good. So Falloon with a goal, so that's 9 straight games with a goal. And Jeff Odgers of Anaheim is back from suspension. Oh, ha! We have a home and home against Pittsburgh coming, and Mario Lemieux's not going to be there. I am not going to shed tears over that. Alright. Let's advance that. Craig Simpson has a memorable game. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against the Vancouver Canucks. Gretzky, 22 straight games with a point. He had a goal against the Sharks. But he didn't get an assist, so that streak ended at 9 games. Yua Ellened is suspended from Florida. He is suspended for 3 games. And Rich Pilon's suspension ended. Alright. And in things that were not fixed by the latest update, we still have a streak of hockey players getting injured every month helping friends move. This time it's Keith Jones, who now plays for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. So you're injured for 2 weeks, buddy. Alright, and we are playing at home against the Islanders for our next game. Alright, so Tony Amonte is not suspended. And Jerry Cheevers is angry at the local media over Florida coverage. Of course, the Panthers started the season 0-3, and apparently the media is pretty mean to them. Right, let's look at the Islanders. They've been pretty good in the last couple of seasons. Let's see what they have. So Tommy Salo, Fitzpatrick. So they have Zdeno Chara. I don't know if I'm going to try and pull that trade. Excuse me. Bruce Driver, Tom Curvers, Scott Lachance, Vladimir Malakov, Doug Huda, Kasparidis, Yuri Krupp, Daryl Sidor, Bill Berg. Alright. Maybe a couple holes up front, I would say. Not the best goaltending. I would say they probably have an honest chance to make the playoffs even though they started 0-2. A couple holes in the playoffs for sure. At center, they're not all that. Ferraro is still okay. He's 32. Pierre Turgeon, of course, is really good. After that, it's a little bit more difficult. We should be able to beat them, especially in front of our fans. So let's go ahead and see if we can win this. So we're going back with Ron Extall, so it looks like he might be back as being the starter. And they are sending Tommy Salo. And we lost 4-2. That's not good. We don't want to start losing early like that. Alright, they outshot us 34-31. Benoit Hugg was the first star with 2 goals. Zvela for us, second star with 2 assists. And Malakov for the Islanders, third star with 2 assists as well. Still having problems with attendance, 7,032. At this point, I am not sure what to do. Short of bringing Wayne Gretzky or something with the team, I'm not sure what to do. Daniel Alfredson scored, assisted by Zvela and Yakmenov. And then Norm McIver from Zvela and Benoit Bekunet. We are going to need to turn it around quick. Alright, so Kozlov was stopped against the Oilers, so his streak ended at 18 games with a point. That was a nice one going. Gretzky, however, extended his streak to 23 games against the Canadiens. So he had a goal and an assist. Craig Ludwig played in his 1000th game as part of the Dallas Stars. Nice little milestone. 24 straight games with a point for Wayne Gretzky. He had 2 assists against the Flyers. Alright, and Larry Murphy in Pittsburgh is going to catch a young player stepping on the logo soon. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so Pittsburgh is 1-1. We're 0-2. Let's take a look at them. Alright, so of course, no Mario Lemieux. He's hurt. So, yeah, Barrasso starting to not be as strong. Barrasso, Reget, Nordstrom, Sikora. Who's over there? Yeah, you know what? They don't scare me as much as they used to. Of course, Lemieux's not there. They still have quite a few really good players, but overall, they don't really scare me all that much. Alright, let's win this. We're going with Guieba facing Ken Reget. Let's go. And we lost again. Oh boy. Not good. Not good. Alright, we lost 4-1. Despite outshutting them 31-23. So Larry Murphy was the first star with a goal and an assist. Jaromir Jagr had 2 assists, second star, and Sean McEachern with a goal was the third star. So our lone scorer was Roman Hammerlick from Kelly Johansson and Mike Selinger. All the goals were scored in the first period. Man, I was not expecting to start 0-3. Alright. Oh, Blackhawks star wrecks one-of-a-kind car. Who is it? Ed Belfour. Wait, isn't it the second time he's done that? No, I'm just running on memory, of course. You know, I'm not like in the back looking at all my videos and everything, but I believe it's the second time that Ed Belfour crashed a car. Need to learn how to drive, buddy. I mean, I'm not the greatest driver around or anything like that, and I will never fool anybody into thinking I am, but gotta be careful. Oh, Robert Zvela is hurt for 4 days. Now, how severe is it? Okay, he can't play hurt. Minor calf laceration. Okay. I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. Now we're playing in Pittsburgh for the second game of the back-to-back against them. Alright. Yeah, Zvela's not playing. Now we're facing Tom Barrasso, sending Ron Extall in net. And we lost again. Wow. 6-3. That's not good. That's really, 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 really bad. Alright, we were outshot 45-32. Martin Straka was the first star with 2 goals and 2 assists. Bob Airy, a goal and an assist. And Matthias Nordstrom was the third star with 2 assists. We have Yashin that scored from Zalapsky and Yakmanov. Zalapsky on the power play from Andreas Dackel and Norm McIver. And Lonnie Loach on the power play from Alexander Degg and Andreas Dackel. Ooh. Yevgeny Nemesnikov of Pittsburgh got hurt for 6 months playing against us, so that's pretty much the entirety of the regular season. So he might be back in time for the playoffs if the Pittsburgh Penguins qualify, which they probably will. Maybe I need to stop looking at teams and saying, oh, they don't scare me all that much or anything. My computer probably hears me and haunts me and my team. Oh, I will teach you a lesson here, son. Alright, so Dave Andreychuk has competed in 1,000 games. So 1,000 games for Dave Andreychuk, pretty good accomplishment. Darren McCarty of Philadelphia is back from suspension, and Wayne Gretzky extended his point streak to 25 games with 2 assists. Alright. Oh, Bob Kudelski could be picked up. Of course, he's not. He's, 32 and he's just a 1-star player. I'm not going to pick him up, but I believe that was pretty much the very first trade the Ottawa Senators ever made back in, when they first started. They got Bob Kudelski like in November or December of their first season. Oh, Stephen Finn is also available. I am not going to pick him up. Good old Stephen Finn, who played for the Nordiques for a very long time. Very long time, for a few seasons at least. That's when I started to watch hockey as a kid. Alright, Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 26 games. Wow. Goal and assist 26 games with a point. That's pretty good. Jonas Bergquist, who used to play for us, but now plays for Montreal, not suspended. And Robert Zvela might be coming back soon. Ooh, Vincent Anfous is suspended. He's going to miss 3 games. Juha Ylönen is back from suspension. Robert Zvela's good to go. Barry Richter and Yves Ressin in Dallas are in hot water with head coach Michel Bergeron, the Tiger, for a series of pranks. Alright, so they're going to need to calm down. Richard Park is Why is it still showing that? Okay. Richard Park in Pittsburgh is the one who stepped on the logo. Larry Murphy caught him. We saw that coming a mile away. Oh boy, that's depressing. We're dead last in the East with 0 point. And we're playing the Stanley Cup champions next. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 27 games with an assist against the Bruins. Tommy Salo got new pads. Now, I might have made that comment before, I hope not, but if the game throws new pads for Artus Irbe, I'm going to consider that a bug, because Artus Irbe was known for having like those ugly ass brown pads his entire career. So if I've made that comment before, I apologize. I sadly cannot remember absolutely everything that comes out of my mouth at all times. Alright, playing the New Jersey Devils. Let's take a look at them. They just won the cup, so they should be pretty good. Of course, they have Marty Brother in net, so that's pretty good. And then, you know you're in business when you have Scott Niedermayer and Scott Stevens on D. Domchorski's and I know Sigan. Oh, we used to have Wojtek. Not for long. Yeah, they do have a pretty decent team. Definitely not to be taken lightly. Sending Guilbert facing Marty Brother. And we won. See, reverse psychology. I looked at their team and I said, oh, I'm kind of scared of them. And look at that. I won. Oh, alright. So we won 4-3. First win of the season. Feels good. We just beat the Stanley Cup champions. So that's definitely good for us. We outshot them 34-27 as well. Alexander Daigle, first star, a goal and an assist. Doug Brown, a goal and an assist for New Jersey. And for us, third star, Benoit Brunet, a goal and an assist as well. Alright, so they took a 2-0 lead too, and then we came back. So Daigle on the power play from Lonnie Loach. Norm McIver from Zvela and Daniel Alfredson. Benoit Brunet from Daigle and Amerlik. Then Yashin, assisted by Benoit Brunet. Alright. Brian Leach has produced 500 assists in his career, and he's only 28, so there's time to put up many more. Alright, Dave Chazowski was suspended for the next 4 games in Washington. Yay, we're not dead last anymore. Oh, Washington is 3-2 after the horrible season they had last year. Alright, so we're playing Montreal again. Of course, we lost for the first game of this season against them, so we played them already. Not gonna look at their team. They're sending Patrick Roy, we're sending Ron Extall. And we lost 2-1. Ugh. And they outshot us 39-23 as well. So the first game against them, we had 18 shots, and now we got only 23. So they must be playing a very tight defense or something. So Patrice Brisebois was the first star for Montreal with a 2-assist performance. Ron Extall for us got the second star, 37 save. That's, you know, a pretty good performance that should allow you to win most games. And then Mike Sillinger, third star with no point, but we couldn't pull through. Alfredson scored on the power play, our lone goal, assisted by Alexei Yashin. We're not scoring many goals. Alright, so Dave Manson is back from suspension. And Pierre Turgeon in for the Islanders has 300 goals in his career, and he's only 27. Alright, we are playing our next game against Florida, who is the only team in the East that is worse than us. Ooh, Jeremy Roenick is hurt for Chicago. He's going to miss 2 weeks. And Wayne Gretzky, in that same game against the Blackhawks, had a goal and extended his point streak to 28 games. Ooh, Rob Blake is suspended in LA. He's going to miss 5 games. And meanwhile, Wayne Gretzky just continues to rack in points. He's like, hey, you don't think I'm going to be there for the scoring lead in the start of the season prediction, so I'm just going to continue on my tier. Got an assist against the Red Wings. Excuse me. All right. Eric Lindros has a good game. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against the Mighty Ducks. So we're playing Florida. Apparently they tied a game while we were waiting to play them. So now they have 2 points as well. They are still winless. So let's go ahead and take a look at their team. In the past, Florida had the goaltending, but they had nothing else, and that's why they're struggling. So let's take a look, see if they have improved there. So they still have Van Beesbrook and Fizet in net. Nothing to say there. That's a pretty decent tandem. Kenny Janssen, Gusarov, Bill Mulder. Yeah, not a lot there. Especially up front, it's pretty barren. Let's see if we can capitalize on that and get a road win here. We're sending Hebert in net again. We're facing Stéphane Fizet. And we lost again. Oh boy. Alright, lost 5-4. Oh god, Fizet put up a pretty good performance because we peppered him with 48 shots. And they got 27. We still lost 5-4. So Valeri Zelepukin for Florida was the first star with a goal and 2 assists. Lonnie Loach got the second star for us with 3 assists. And Lawrence got 2 goals and was the third star. Mark Lawrence. Alexei Yashin on the power play from Lonnie Loach. Per Juice. I never knew how to pronounce his name. Juice. From Yashin and Lonnie Loach. V. Peltonen from Sillinger and Johansson. And Norm McCaver on the power play from Lonnie Loach and Alexei Yashin. Yeah, that's not good. We are dead last in the East. I want to make the playoffs, I really do, but the team is not cooperating. Alright, we're facing Tampa Bay. They are 2-3-1. Let's take a look at them. So Pat Jablonski and Blaine Laker in net, so they don't have great goaltending. Sean Chambers, Pavel Kubina, Jeff Ware, Bergevin, Postchick, Joe Rickey, Martin Ruzinski. Yeah, not. You know what? At this point, anybody can beat us. So pretty good team, I guess, even though they're not all that great. All right, so we're trying Yakmanev on the first line with Yashin and Alfredson. Okay. I can definitely get behind that line. Sending Ronningstall against Blaine Laker. Oh, we finally won. 4-3. Alright, we'll take it. We will take it. So we were outshot 33-30, so That's fine looking numbers here. Kelly Johansson was the first star for us with a goal and an assist. Ken Hodge was the second star with an assist. And Robert Zvela, third star with an assist for us. Alright, so we have Zardy Zalewski, who scored on the power play from Yashin and Peltonen. Todd Warner, assisted by Kelly Johansson. And then we ran away with the game in the third with Peltonen on the power play from Norm McIver and Kelly Johansson from Alexander Degg and Robert Zvela. Oh, lots of news. That's why Bogunet didn't play that game. He was hurt. I missed it prior to that game. Alright, lots of stuff happened. Dale Hawerchuk extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against Montreal. And that was 12 straight games with a point. Sean McEachern in Pittsburgh is hurt. He's going to miss 3 months. Wow. Joel Otto has a memorable game with Calgary. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals against in that same game against Pittsburgh. Great night for Paul Coffey in LA. He had 4 assists on all the goals against the Oilers. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 30 games. That's pretty long, especially by the end of the 90s like that, where teams were playing the trap a lot. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So he had a goal and 2 assists. Red light stays on for Luc Robitaille. He had a hat-trick. Oh, Jason Smith with the Devils is hurt for 5 months. Got hurt against the Sharks. They never learn. Barry Richter and Yves Resson were back at it. Alright, so Michel Bergeron fined Barry Richter for playing one too many pranks. Oh, and there's been a trade between the Mighty Ducks and the Capitals. Alright, so Murray Barron and Nicholas Sundblad go to the Capitals for Todd Gill and Alexander Volkov. Huh. Okay, so that's pretty much Murray Barron for Todd Gill. Okay. Maybe Todd Gill is a little bit better than Murray Barron. We're getting in his 30s and everything. Maybe not as much. Yeah, I'd say pretty even trade. Definitely not a clear winner. At least that's not how I feel about that trade at all. Alright, next game is in Dallas against the Stars. Alright, so we are about to play the Stars, and then we have one more game against the Kings with Wayne Gretzky that's on fire. Alright, so who do they have? Do they have any injuries in here? Oh, they have Jerome McGinley. So we are not going to be facing Jerome McGinley. Alright, so Glenn Ely and Wayne Colley in net. Dave Manson, Merzen, Norton Richter. Mikhail Tatarinov is in Dallas now. Joel Kwiatkowski. I always had a problem pronouncing his name. That's difficult for me to pronounce. Ludwig Ivressen, Jason Botterill, Wolf Dallin, Troy Mallet, Mike McPhee, Johnson, Dave Gagne, Hudson, McIntyre, Mike. Alright, they have a couple good players. I think they're probably a bubble team to make the playoffs. They don't have awesome goaltending, that's for sure. And often that's what's going to sink you. Alright, so they're sending Glenn Ely, we're sending Ron Extall, and we lost 5-3. Alright, let's take a look at this. So, we were outshot 34-17. That is not good at all. Of course, we took quite a few penalties. There's probably a 10 minutes somewhere in there, 10-minute misconduct. So Ross Courtnall is the first star with 2 goals for Dallas. Per Juice for us, second star with a goal, and Mike McPhee, a goal and an assist, is the third star. So Per Juice scored unassisted. Then we have a Yakmenev goal from Zardy Zalewski, and then Alfredson on the power play from Vinny Peltonen. And that's it. Right, Dale Auerchuk's point streak ended at 12 games, was held pointless against the Waiters. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 31. He had an assist, a goal against the Flames. Vincent Enfus is back from suspension. So now, of course, our next game is against the Kings, so we're gonna have, like, it's gonna have to be us that stops them. That's basically what that means. Not stops them, but stops Gretzky is what I meant. He's on that crazy streak. Alright, Chuzowski's suspension ends, so he's back in the lineup for the Capitals. Abdominal soreness for Teemu Selanne. He's gonna miss 3 days, so hopefully it's not a heart attack. Oh boy, Doug Gilmour takes a tumble down the stairs. He's gonna miss a month. Wow, that's gonna hurt the Leafs. That's their best player, and he just went down the stairs. I mean, that's what they all say, right? Oh, I just went down some stairs. Maybe his wife is beating him or something. I don't know. I mean, the down the stairs thing is always the go-to excuse. Alright, so nonetheless, he's going to be missing a month. That's not good for the Leafs. I'm glad that it wasn't Yashin. Alright. Oh boy, yeah, Wayne Gretzky, 32 games with at least a point. He had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points against the Leafs. And now he's playing us the very next day. Maybe he's tired. So are we going to be stopping Wayne Gretzky and the Kings? I mean, they have a 9-2-1 record. Probably not. Alright, so Rob Blake is still suspended. Right, they have Kitty Rudy and Byron Dafoe in net. That's good. So Paul Coffey, Yanni Lakinen, Alexei Zitnik, Blake. Definitely better on the left side of D, especially with Rob Blake suspended. Hey, Derek King, Luc Robitaille, Warren Reichel, Tsiplikov, Eric Bélanger, Gretzky, Robert Lang, and Pronger, Sean Van Allen, Granato, Miller, and Sandstrom. Yeah, they scare me. Alright, let's stop Gretzky. Come on, Guilbert, you can do it. I trust in you. And we lost 6-4, so yeah, there's no chance in heavens that on 6 goals, Gretzky didn't get a point. We were outshot 40-22. Wayne Gretzky, first star of the game with 3 assists. Andreas Dakel, second star for us with a 2-assist performance. And Derek King, third star, 2 goals. We're not generating a lot of shots. That's what I'm seeing. I know we don't have the best offense or anything like that, but we are really not generating a lot of shots. And that's costing us games, and we are allowing too many goals too. Alright, so Jimmy Baker scored his first goal of the season from Calle Johansson and Andreas Dakel. Then there's been a whole bunch of penalties there. Second period, Vil Peltonen scored on the power play from Daniel Alfredson. Yakmenev from Andreas Dakel. Jody Hull scored his first of the season from Scott Thornton and Robert Zvela. And believe that's all the goals we scored. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 33. I know we couldn't stop him. I really wanted to, but it didn't happen. Alright. Oh god. Next game is going to be against Detroit. They are 10-1. That's going to be fun. Alright, so Rossetti is available. Not going to pick him up. Kelly Buckberger has a strong game. He had 4 assists in an 8-1 win against Arizona, or Phoenix rather, sorry. Phoenix is in Arizona, but they are not going to be renamed the Arizona Coyotes for several years, so alright. Alright, and it's October 31st, so that's going to be the last day that I sim for this video. And then, of course, next video is going to be November. Alright, Benoit Brunet ready for team practice? I hope so. Alright, so Radek Bonk is getting a little bit better. Alright, Gretzky and Jocelyn Thibault are the players of the month. Okay, so let's take a look at our stats. We really didn't do all that great. Alright, so we have Yashin with 8 points in 10 games. Kelly Johansson, Lonnie Loach, and Daniel Alfredson all have 6 points, and then it starts, you know, going down. So Sergei Berezin, who I picked up on waivers, has no points in 5 games. So maybe I'm going to switch him for Radek Bonk. I don't know. Yeah, that was a really bad month. I mean, we're what, 2-8. 4 points that we're already really behind to try to catch a playoff spot. We're gonna need a crazy run like we had that one season where we almost made the playoffs. So we're gonna need something like that to happen. Let's take a look in the league. I'm sure that Gretzky is somewhere around the top there. So Luc Robitaille scored 10 goals in October, so he's first there. Gretzky had 16 assists, and then Coffey had 15, and Robitaille had 12. So the Kings are on fire. They are the top 3 scorer for the league so far. Gretzky has 23 points, Robitaille 22, and Paul Coffey has 20. So nobody in there that doesn't quite belong. Maybe a little bit surprised to see Straka that high. But he was a pretty good player, so not overly surprised. Yeah, we're not anywhere because we've been playing like poop. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Definitely not the start to the season that I wanted. I was pretty hopeful that we could make the playoffs. Looks like it's going to be very difficult. I might have to tinker with my lineup a little bit. Maybe bring, like I said, maybe bring Radek Bonk up. I'm not too sure yet. Gonna have to take a look at what I decide to do here. So that's gonna be it for today. So as usual, thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe, and until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.